What's up, guys and gals, and welcome to the first episode of Deadnaut, an LP that I've been very excited about getting to play here at the Nerd Castle. I did a weekly indie newcomer on it, and I was really pleased by the reception. People seem to really like the game, and since we've got a few holes opening up in the schedule, I figured I'd do a short series. I don't know how many episodes this is going to be. It's more than likely not going to be a ton of them, because once you get the gist of the game, after that it's just like more of the same, but at the same time, this is like one of those games that you never forget, like the first time you played it and you're just like, oh my god, everything went wrong. People are dying, people are crying, people are sighing, people are flying, monsters are, it's awful. Even with rhymes added in, it's really just a game where awful things happen to your Space Marines. So, if you don't know what Deadnaut is, I put up the character creation episode at the same time as this. You should probably go watch that and you'll figure out what it means to make your Deadnauts and what some of the stats do and how they're going to help us while we play the game. I'll also give you a few tips that I've noticed upon making your Deadnauts more useful and less likely to get killed. I'm not the end-all be-all at this game, obviously. I'm still very bad at it, but there are just little things that I've done with my team to try and make my life easier. So we're going to do a new campaign. We're not going to talk about the crew, but if you wanted to see them, there they are. I made them in the character creation episode. It's up right now. It'll be at the front of the playlist if you wanted to check it out. Let's play some Deadnaut. Alright, and so right now we are jumping to the first ship that we're going to be breaching. If you don't know what Deadnaut is a game by Screwfly Studios, which is the studio that made Zafehouse Diaries, and they're known for making like odd, quirky games. This game is definitely no exception. This is a game in which you lead a team of 5 salvage marines onto derelict spacecraft to try and recover alien technology. Humanity has made it to the stars, but we made it too late. All the other species are extinct, and so basically space is like a giant graveyard for us right now, and we're trying to recover lost knowledge and auction it off to the highest bidder. Right now, we found ourselves a derelict. This is going to be the interface for the game. You'll see what I mean in just a second. If you haven't watched the Weekly Indie Newcomer, you're in for a treat. This should be a lot of fun. Now, the game controls very simply. E and Q make you rotate your view back and forth between the different panels that you're going to need in order to survive the game and do all the different commands that you want. Over here on the left hand side, you'll see a summary of the characters that we have. Right now, I'm going to introduce you to the team. We have Paladin. He's going to be our protection-based marine, but we're not going to do that right now. We're going to have him just as a normal combat marine for right now. We have Daka Ducats. She's a lady who kills people for ducats. She unleashes Daka for the ducats. She's just a standard combat marine. We've got, over on this side, Buck-a-Barrel. Buck-a-Barrel, yes, once again, another combat marine. We've got Blippleberry. He's going to be our scanner guy. I made this joke in the Weekly Indie Newcomer, but you know how in the Army Men you have like the green guys and the little brown guys, and then one of them has like a radio? He's the guy with the radio. He's going to make sure that we can see our enemies and therefore shoot them properly. Over here we have Coderella. Coderella is going to be our resident hacker, and actually the hacker is probably the most important character on your team. If your hacker gets killed, it severely reduces your options while running through the game. If you want to swap this out for every character, you can look at their history right here. Let's see here, and it appears as though, well, all of this is randomly generated. We'll get to that in a second, but you can flip these little switches here to swap them between their stats and their skills and history. There you go. On this right here is where you're going to reassign all of their gear. We've got Coderella. What I want to do with Coderella is we're just going to throw a bunch I use only vigor stims. Like, seriously, those are pretty much the only thing that I use. They make your guys more healthy. They make them perform better with all their physical tasks. He's already good enough at all his other stuff. All of our characters are drug addicts, so basically we're a bunch of heroin junkies going on the ship, getting ourselves into trouble, but everything should be okay. With Blippleberry, I'm going to give Blippleberry an acuity stim. There we go, because Blippleberry, it's very important that Blippleberry just be as dexterous and also as perceptive as possible so that we can see the enemies that are coming along. Buck-a-Barrel, I'm going to give Buck-a-Barrel a shotgun instead of a rifle. All these guys have suits. Your class is determined by the suit that you're wearing. You can see there's a shield suit, sensor suit, tech suit, weapon suit, and then there's slots down here at the bottom. These slots are filled in by the things that you equip. As of right now, we have no equipment. We have no recipes on our 3D printer, so we can't really do anything with it, but later on it'll be useful, assuming we live that long. I know that's kind of like a dour thing to say right now, but yeah. Chances are we probably aren't going to survive the first mission anyways. I'll leave a rifle on her. We've got a pistol. I want her to have a vigor stims, so let's throw vigor stims in there. Even though we're not going to be able to command these guys to use their vigor stims because they're drug addicts, it's still, you want to put the most useful stims in that you can, just in case, so that when they freak out and they use their stims, everything's going to be alright. Okay, so everybody's equipped right now. I will now draw your attention up to here. I realize this episode's probably going to have a lot of explanation. I can't really help that. The game has a lot of stuff that you've got to learn along the way. It's just kind of the way the game goes. And I'd like to help people out by just giving little insights as to how things are in the game. Here's your baseline physical stats on every character, and you'll see they've been assigned differently depending on who it is. Your standard combat marine, this is almost always what my stats look like for my standard combat marines. This is a good kind of distribution of both charisma and strength and combat skill. Charisma is important in this game because it's your ability to work together with each other, and it's actually amazing how quickly things fall apart if your group does not have good charisma. So I'd throw a couple points into charisma on every character, like no matter what. Just make them slightly likable. It's a good idea. Other things that we can look at is your physical and your mental health. These bars will change as time goes along. As they get wounded, this will go from green to yellow to red to blank, and then you'll get that EKG just beep sound when they're dead. The mental stat I have never actually paid attention to, but it's, you know, the lower your mental stat gets, the more in trouble you get. Right here, you'll see the relationship system. This should be familiar from Zafehouse Diaries. Exact same system. As your guys go through missions and they start to learn each other's quirks and personalities, they'll start to dislike each other, and you'll want to start to split people up by who they like and who they dislike so that they can do their job better. We've got our attack stats. So most of our characters right now are relying entirely upon seeing enemies, hearing enemies, and using ballistic damage. Later on, as we get further into the game, we'll be able to swap those out for things that are a bit more useful based on the aliens that we're facing. But until we know what type of alien we're fighting, you can't really assign the element that you need, and you can't really change their detection stats around very much. Defensively, our characters are very, very easily seen. They're hard to be seen with their heat signatures. They're very, very easily heard. They don't smell that bad, actually, so that's pretty good. If you're going to be going onto cramped spaces like claustrophobic spaceships, at least we all don't stink. We can also be detected via radio signals to an average amount, and then spectral signals we don't get detected very much at all. And our armor gives us kind of like a lukewarm reception to all incoming projectiles, whether they be fists, feet, or bullets. The other side, let's press E to go to the other side right here. On the other side, you will see that we have our campaign, so let's figure out what we're trying to do right now today. Approaching the vessel. Let's see, neutralize artifacts. Oh, I've never had this mission before. Approaching a vessel, it's an industrial freighter. Sensors have picked up several motion sources. Structural integrity is low, but stable. Some areas will be inaccessible. Power is distributed primarily to security. So that means there's probably going to be a lot of turrets around, and we're going to want to hack those. That's not a good sign. Primary power being distributed to security means we're probably going to die because your Space Marines are simply just not equipped for it on their first deployment. The security in this game, the security systems and the security turrets, very, very deadly. And in fact, that's one of the little RNG things you can get. If you saw the weekly indie newcomer, you saw how fast those turrets took apart all 5 of our characters. They kill you basically instantly, so you got to watch out for them and be very, very careful. We have energy fluctuations detected, and our goal is to destroy all of the mysterious artifacts. This is going to be a bad mission. I can tell you right now, this is probably not going to go very well. We don't have scans on the Bij Casa, is the name of the ship. It was owned by an alien race called the Thavisa. It looks like the Thavisa were deceitful yet diplomatically powerful. They extensively used espionage and were not adverse to breaking their treaties. They handled all of their disputes aggressively. Okay. They only act diplomatically when forced. So I don't really read these. It's all randomly generated. Once you see it right now, you'll see like different variations on the aliens that are being generated. But, you know, give you a little bit of an idea as to the aliens that we're interfacing with. If you want to read this right here, you can pause it. Go ahead. 1, 2, 3, pause, and we'll move on. And so threats, we don't know anything about the threats that are going to be on board, but we know that since it's going to be relics, it will more than likely be very similar to the ghosts that we faced in the weekly indie newcomer episode, which means they're going to take a lot of damage before they go down, and which means we're going to risk destabilizing a lot of the areas that we're going to be operating in. And of course, we can buy stuff right now, but everything's stuff that we already have, so why would we bother? Going back to the center, we can flip these little buttons right here. We've got our mission logs, so after we equip people, we can send them into the ship. We've got location information, we've got security information, and we've got power information. So let's go ahead and breach the ship. Onwards, Deadnaut disembarking, releasing the docking clamps. The shuttle is now en route. Stand by. We can actually skip this if we want to by clicking up here. These little dials allow us to passively regenerate the signal for audio, video, and data, but until we know which one is being blocked by the AI on board the ship, that's right, we're going to be up against not only aliens, but grumpy AIs as well. We'll have to wait and see. Let's investigate this body right here. Let's see, it's the body of Ensign Og Kozak. On this side, we find the body of Ensign Takasa and a personal log to go along with his body. Let's go ahead and review that and see if we can't find ourselves any clues as to what we're going to be up against. I think I can guarantee we're probably up against ghosts on this mission, so let's get Blippleberry and everybody lined up real fast. Everybody's looking like they're cooperating. Everything looks good. We've got a personal log found. Let's jump into the aliens menu, and he's got deep cuts. He was torn apart. Captain Rataka wants things studied. We've prepared the Sentinels for good measure. Okay, so it seems like they knew they were bringing something on board, so they turned on the security system, and that's going to be the first thing that we're up against. Codarella, get this door open for me. Let's see what's going to be going on here. Alright, step back, because we don't know what's going to be over there. Definitely don't send the coder first. Let's send somebody a little bit more expendable, like one of our warriors. Okay, so we just step in the room. If you don't know if there's a security system here, you kind of just step into the room and wait to see if you get shot at or not. Alright, now that we know the room's clear, let's send everybody in. Our enemies might be ethereal. We don't know what it is right now. I'm going to hit this button right here so that I know how cogent the room is, how quickly it's going to vent out into space. It's 45% held together, so that's okay. We're going to download something from over here. Our video signal's going down, but we're already boosting our video signal, so there's not much we can do about it. We found a schematic for the small spectral launcher. It's been added to our 3D printer inventory. On this side, we've now found the body of Ensign Lawarato. We didn't get a personal log, but we can take a look at that. Deep cuts. So it appears as though most of our corpses here have been cut apart. Let me... Oop, Duckets is drawing attention. Hopefully so all of our characters, there it is right there. There's our enemy. And you see how the room starts to fall apart after we shoot? These are things that you do have to be concerned about. I'm going to bring everybody around. Let's line people up along the walls right here. We're losing our visual signal. Our characters, if you're wondering what that means over there, Duckets, one of the flaws that we took in our character creation, was a flaw that makes her attract the attention of the enemies, so she has a natural debuff to her stealth skills. She makes a lot of noise, she trips over things, and the enemy tends to know when she's around. It's not that bad when you're up against physical enemies, but when you're up against like invisible enemies, it becomes a big issue. Blippleberry's gonna get this door open. Let's step to the side. Buckabarrel, you're in first. Let's have a look. It's a corridor. Okay, so the corridor is bad. That means that if a security system is waiting on the other side, if it's lined up with the corridor, it's going to be able to shoot us, and there's no way for us to get around. Right now, we're going to avoid this room further. We're not going to use this one. We're now going to reroute and go south. Let's go. Or I guess southeast-ish. Doesn't really matter because you can rotate the screen using the Z and the C keys, but you know what I mean. Let's unlock this door right here. Step to the side. We're losing our video signal, so I'm going to wait until that stabilizes out. You can see here from this little meter, you'll know when your video signal's under attack by something because it will go down and then back up, so we just got to wait it out. We're going to try and avoid getting into shootouts in this room because it's not looking very stable. It's really stable compared to most rooms, but the more shootouts you get in, the less stable it's going to be. Alright, Buckabarrel, go. It doesn't look like we have watchers or anything to worry about, though. We got Living Quarters C over here. I don't like it when my quarters come alive. That seems like one of those Indian in the cupboard type situations that I just can't live with. Until we get this video signal back, there's absolutely nothing we can do. Seriously, there's nothing I can do about this. We just have to sit here and wait it out. Like, the only thing we really can do is boost the signal using this little switch right here. We've done that already, so basically we just have to wait. Okay, let's breach the room real fast. This room's looking a little unstable. It's got 33%. We've only got a corpse here. We've got an open door on the right-hand side. We found the body of Ensign Retorta. So, oh my god. We've got a power system right here that we probably want to take a look at. Let's see what that routes to. The power system goes to this room, and up this hallway to something. I'm going to go ahead and we're actually going to decrease the power on this vein. You can see right there how the power diminishes. We're just going to turn the power off entirely along this. Let's send Paladin forward. You actually do want to fight in these corridors if you can because the corridors can't fall apart. But we've shut off the power mostly to this area. Oh, this is so bad. It looks like we just have a corridor right here. So we'll probably be okay. But what I need is let's bring a Marine back just in case. Yeah, we've got a threat in this hallway. Everybody back up. We've got a threat on top of us. Go. Get out of here. Okay, so the threat is on top of us. Luckily, the shootout is in the hallway. I'm okay with that. As long as the shootout is here, we've learned something about alien type AS. Okay, so line up in the hallway. Oh no, Paladin. Paladin's getting carried away by something. Is he... Actually, no, Paladin looks like he's been... Oh, the enemies have psychic abilities. They were psychically controlling and manipulating Paladin. Did Paladin take damage from that? We're getting hit. Codarella's taking damage. Unfortunately, we just have to, like, fight a battle where we fall back a lot. It looks like we've got a lot of enemies coming at us right now. Yep, Codarella is still taking damage. We just need to move. Let's stay out of this hallway right here. I think we must be getting close to the area where they spawn from, which is why we're getting hit so much. I need somebody to take care of this door real fast. We just got to flood into the room. There's nothing I can really do about that. It looks like we got no power to this room, so if there's a security system, we should be okay. We're looking for relics right now. The relics are what allow these things to spawn and come back to life. Damn. Okay, so let's take a breather for a second. We need to collectively think about what we want to accomplish right here, especially now that we know they can brainwash us and cause us to be controlled. Essentially, they can psychically control us, which is all kinds of bad. I'm going to investigate all these bodies right here. We got a personal log. We've got Ensign Mala. We've got Ensign Mecha. And we've got Commander Kurna. We're still not guaranteed to survive this. We do have a pretty good run going right now, but our chances of survival are still very, very sketch. I'm going to cross the corridor right here. Entire team with us. Investigate that corpse real fast. I need somebody to unlock this door. Step to the side. Everybody out of the way, just in case. Well, I'm only controlling one person. Never mind. So that could have gone really, really badly. Investigate the body right here. We found the body of Ensign Clothanta. I see that there's an enemy inside the room with us. It keeps dropping my control of people, so let's step out of the room right now. It looks like we're under attack from multiple directions. We got a couple in the hallway right here. We're going to move forward just in case. We're going to fight in this hallway the best that we can because we don't want to destabilize the rooms that we're in. So all engagements right now, put Blippleberry... put warriors in the back. I need people in the back right now who can fight. Protect our radar guy. Kill him. Come on, get him. I believe in you guys. You see how their circle becomes hollow right there? That's how you know that you're getting them. So over here on this side, we may have a security system. We just got to watch out for it. It does look like we have power to the room. I'm going to take Blippleberry. What we can do is we can hold down control. Oh, we have the relics in here. So our goal now... We're going to fight inside this room over here because we don't want to destabilize that one. Once the enemies come at us, what we're going to do is we're going to go into the room and try and destroy the relics, but we very, very much risk destabilizing this room by destroying the relics. So, got to watch out for it. This room I'm not getting shot at yet, but the power system is still up and running. I'm a little bit nervous about the fact that I think he can throw his sensor. Yeah, he can throw his sensor out. And when he picks it back up, you see how he gets a ring around his feet? Let's throw his sensor into the room right there. It didn't clear it out much for us. He's our detection guy. So let's get in here and let's deal with these relics. Hold on. Everybody file into the room. Get rid of that relic as quickly as possible. We don't want to destabilize this room if we can help it, but it's probably going to destabilize considering there's a large firefight about to happen. The second relic is now down. We're going to avoid fighting as much as possible because the room is unstable. It looks like these rooms right here are locked and we can't get into them. That's going to be because they're destabilized. And so when you see a door like that, oh man, we're destabilizing this room quickly. It's already down to 35%. They're everywhere. Oh my god. Okay, so we need to bring this into another room right now. No, don't close it. Open it. Open it. You did the wrong thing with the door. It's okay though. I'm not mad. We just kind of like need to get in here and we need to make this happen. You need to bring this off into another room, and we'll do the combat right here so that we don't deep stick, because that room's a main hallway. We have to walk through that in order to do our job. So, oh man, they destabilized this room bad with that shot. Okay, so let's wait it out. We'll see how this goes. We're not dying yet. The rooms aren't falling apart, but they're definitely getting close. Type AS, what have we learned so far? Let's see here. Offense, they have melee damage, and they use spectral damage. Their detection is limited, so they kind of just float around. Stealth might be the better option. They are resistant to a lot of things. Their armor, strong versus ballistic, bad versus blast, but blast would tear this ship apart, so we have to be careful about that. Let me see what I can do with Codarella right now. Let's jump onto the network and see what we can accomplish. There's a firewall right there. Let me go ahead and block him behind the firewall. That's a watcher. What that does is it wears away at any of your hacks. It tries to reset things back to default. So if I open this door right here, oh, there's a power grid right there. Okay, so decrease all power on this grid so that we don't have to worry about walking into... I would very much prefer it. Oh man, everybody's morale is really low right now. That's not good. So what we need at the moment is just to move. No shooting. Just scoot. Do not shoot. And we'll try and make our way down to the end. We found 5,000 knowledge so far, which we can barter for other things to make our lives easier. We have not found every single location, though, and we haven't found all the relics either, I don't think. So this room... Oh, damn it. What's down here? Storeroom D. Is the power still drained from right there? Looks like we do have an enemy in the hallway. It's invisible, though. This door is open. We got a relic right here. Focus on the job. Kill the relic. I'm going to have people investigate while we wait, because I think there's going to be enemies around here. There's a little bit of power allocated. We need to keep that turned off everywhere. So you'll see that little ring go down right there. We're turning off power to every grid that we can, just in case we hit a security system that's automated and has weapons. If we make it out of this, we've got a really, really good thing going for us. So there's further investigation. I'm not going to read any of the audio logs or anything until we're out of here. I feel like it's just too unsafe right now. We've got like too many things that we need to accomplish at the moment. We've turned that off. Let's investigate right here. We've got another door. Bring Coderella up to the front because Coderella hacks doors better. The other problem that we might run into is that in the destabilized area there might be relics. I don't know how to deal with that. That's just a thing that I'm not sure how to fix. I don't even know if the game can generate it that way. It seems a little bit unfair if the game can. We might be able to snipe it with rifles from the next room over after we open the door, but I couldn't tell you exactly how to do it. It looks like there's a power grid in here somewhere. Bring everybody into this room. There's power being siphoned from here. And so how can I make this work right here? It doesn't look like there's a button for us to adjust the power, but if there's a security system in there, we're very much going to regret the fact that we didn't fix this up the way that it needs to be fixed. Is there a hacking terminal anywhere? Oh, we're being attacked again. Alright, we'll knock it back into the room. If there's a hacking terminal around here, I need to take a look and see if maybe I can decrease the power through the grid over here. We're going to have to do it very, very quickly, though, because this room's going to fall apart pretty quickly. Alright, so if I go over to... There's a firewall. Let's take the firewall real fast. It looks like there's supposed to be a circuit right there because there's a power grid running from it and it's siphoning power. But I can't tell you. We're going to take a second. Let's hack this area. The Watchers are coming. They're going to try and unlock everything over here. Watch. You'll see. Maybe this will allow me to show you. So you look right there. The Watcher, he's going to close that door. And then he's going to come over here and close this door too. Watch. Maybe. Looks like the room is powered. I'm not happy about this. I don't like it. So what I need right now... Actually, where's that Watcher? We're losing our audio signal. Let's boost it real fast, because if we lose our audio signal, I can't give orders, which means that this gets very, very disorderly very, very quickly. We're going to have to deal with some chaos. I'll probably try and run a firewall to here to lock them out. Decrease power along that circuit. So yeah, the Watchers, they fix the power, but I'm going to lock them out with a firewall right there for right now. And then what we need to do is we need to head down this hallway. Unfortunately, your view window blocks you from being able to select everybody sometimes because it's too small. But what we need to do right now, it looks like power is now dead along this circuit. What we have to do is we need to rush in case there's, oh, an enemy in the hallway. Okay, so we killed another one. We learned some more about him. We're on the bridge now. Is there a relic on the bridge by any chance? Let's grab the ship's log. We're going to investigate all the deaths over here. So yeah, it's saying that our artifacts are uncompleted, which makes me wonder if we have to go into the destabilized areas. Let me zoom out for a moment and we'll see where everything's at. We may have missed one or two in there, but the room is quickly becoming destable. Yeah, I think we're probably going to have to go into the unstable area that's venting out into the vacuum right now. We might have missed something in Storehouse B too. Yikes, not liking this. Not liking this at all. But you saw the enemy's numbers are way down now that we've destroyed some of the relics. I think each relic gets to control like a certain amount of enemies. And so you handle them, you're kind of just stuck. I don't want to get into a firefight in this room if I can help it. So we're going to try and avoid it for right now. Let's check these back corners though and everything and just kind of see what's over here. Nothing. Okay, we got some bodies. I'm going to investigate them real fast. No, I need... Okay, you grab this one over here. Oh, there's one right there. Okay, so that's probably the one that I missed right now. This room is going to destabilize like any second, so we have to destroy this. Are we done? Okay, we're done. Escape hatch, let's go. Right up here at the top, you'll see that the artifacts were destroyed. The entire ship is now destabilizing very, very quickly. It doesn't do that by default, but bad things are happening. You have to get everybody to a hatch. Extract. We're out. There it was. That was a successful mission in Deadnaut. Doesn't happen very often. Usually it does not go that well, but we got out. We made a decent amount of money, and that's going to be it for our first episode. My name is Splattercat. Thank you for joining me here at the Nerdcastle for the first episode of Deadnaut by Screwfly. I look forward to seeing you all in the next episode. Take care out there, everybody, and I'll see you on the next ship. Hi-do.